What is up, my dudes? We've got the Corporate Esports Association Dota 2 Spring 2019 tournament going on. We've got Amazon Deepdivers versus Team Dendiate Game 2. This is the round of 32, so one of the teams will be going home. Amazon Deepdivers is currently up 1-0, I believe. I do think this is Game 2, and the last one I casted was Game 1. There's no icons to let me know which what the score is, unfortunately. So this is, well, Team Dendiate, they got crushed by Drow last game, so they first banned Drow. I'm gonna assume this is Game 2. This seems about right. But also, Deepdivers with the Pango and Dazzle ban again.
10 seconds.
I commented on last game, the Dazzle is a little bit odd. The Pango makes sense, assuming Dendiate has a pretty good Pango player. I can't remember off the top of my head if I've seen them play Pango before, but alright, Viper banned out as well from Team Dendiate. They're just gonna ban out all the heroes they saw last game. So maybe we'll see the Bloodseeker ban as well. A little bit. I feel like Drow was a big part of why they won. At least the Viper was able to keep up with the Lina. The Bloodseeker, I guess, like, he kind of just shat on the enemy team without the Drow. But we'll see if they decide to ban Bloodseeker in this game. That'd be pretty funny, I reckon. So taking some time to think about this one. Also a Lich ban from Amazon Deepdivers. That's something a little bit different as well.
10 seconds.
I think Lich was really popular when he first got reworked. And
5
I
seconds.
can't really remember why he fell off. It just, maybe it doesn't have the same amount of impact that you just need from a support. I mean, the Chain Frost is super good, and the Frost Shield as well. What's changed about this guy? Let's see. His movement speed got nerfed a shit ton. He went from like 315 to 295, which is pretty significant. Nerfed patch after patch. 3 patches in a row of him, his move speed getting nerfed. So I guess that's a pretty big deal. Lion banned out for Team Dendiate as well. The Frost Shield slow got reduced at level 1 to 3. It's still the same at level 4. Chain Frost damage went down. That's a pretty big nerf to him. 300 per bounce to 250 per bounce at level 1. So that's a pretty big slow, big nerf. So the Sinister Gaze, 1.6 seconds down to 1.3. It's also a pretty big deal for him because that's his only disable. Shadow Shaman, first pick by Amazon Deepdivers, pretty normal stuff in this patch. Shadow Shaman is a pretty strong hero still, even in the new patch. So this is being played on 7.21D. It's from 2 weeks ago now, but the rest of this tournament will be played on the new patch. So Shadow Shaman, he didn't get nerfed at all. He got his Ether Shock mana cost nerf, and it only affects the higher levels, because the first level it just goes up by 5, and then the second level went up by 15, and after that, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Basically scales linearly in the mana cost, well, a different kind of linearly. So you used to scale by, it was 95, 105, 135, and 160, which is pretty crazy scaling. It's not linear at all, but now the scaling is linear. 100, 120, 140, 160. It's a lot easier to keep track of the maths. Shadow Demon picked up by Dendiate again. It didn't really work out that well for them last game. They got pretty decent kills early on, but then he kind of just did nothing afterwards. But maybe sticking to their guns here and banning out the Drow Ranger might work out a little bit better for them this time. Looks like they have the last pick this time. So that's something that's changed. Wait, is it? No, it's just like the same setup as before. So it's Deepdivers with first pick again on the Radiant side. We'll see the exact same draft, but there's no Drow Ranger this time, so that's pretty nice. And also no Viper. They could definitely pick the Bristleback a little bit safer this time because there's no Viper. But Bristleback, he got crushed in the laning phase. That wasn't the issue at all. So they picked Jakiro as the other support, opening with a support duo. So Jakiro probably going to be the position 4. It does a little bit better with items than the Shadow Demon. Pudge is here, boys. Here we go. This is definitely. I'm excited to see this Pudge. I hope it's an offlane Pudge because I keep hearing about it and I keep hearing about the wonders. I saw Zai play it at the Disneyland Major. It's just so strong. The 5 HP regen per second and on level 1 Flesh Heap, which is pretty ridiculous. Luna banned out again, another hero who does really well with the Shadow Demon, but I still think Luna is not a very good hero in general. But there's no Dry Ranger this time, so the pace of the game is definitely going to slow down this time. So it could be a decent Luna game. Morphling banned out as well. Pretty good hero to go with the Shadow Demon. Just have those really strong Morphling illusions. Just chunk away at the enemy. Venge banned out for Team Dendiate. So they might think this Pudge is a off-laner. He could also be positioned for, or he could even be mid. I think Matumba Man. I don't think Matumba Man plays Pudge mid in a professional match. I don't think he's played it yet, but he has been pubbing a lot with it. Again, the Flesh Heap is really good at level 1. Just in general is pretty good. Storm banned out for Team Dendiate. It would have been pretty devastating to go up against Storm because they have very little lockdown. Although they have like a disruption into Ice Path combo, which is pretty sick. Do something to deal with the Storm, but it also puts a lot of pressure on the Shadow Demon to keep his disruption off cooldown.
Only 10 seconds.
It could have been. I think it would have been a pretty tough Storm game to go up against these two, because once you get stunned by the Ice Path, I guess Shadow Demon doesn't have any of his own stuns, so he can't keep up the chain stun. So against Pudge, you do want some heroes with good vision, but who could they pick? I guess they could pick Veno. I wouldn't mind seeing Veno against Pudge. You can always drop those Plague Wards to get more vision, so the Pudge can't really sneak up on you. They're going to go with Bristleback again, hopefully get a little bit more success this time. They have a more aggressive support this time to go with the Bristleback. Last game they had the Winter Wyvern, and Winter Wyvern is not the strongest support in lane. So Deepdivers, they're going to go back for the Bloodseeker, picking it a lot earlier this time. Did a lot of work last game in the off lane, but again, this hero can go in the mid as well. Interesting that they actually went off lane last time. Yeah, this Bloodseeker, he's gonna have a field day with these supports. Jakiro is not gonna care. He's not gonna care about Jakiro spell. You can always dodge the Ice Path with your Billy and move speed. And I suppose I didn't really see any purges onto the Bloodseeker last game. Not really. I don't remember seeing any demonic purges last game at all. I'm not really sure what happened there. Not really feeling the impact of the Shadow Demon last game at all. So this time they need to not get completely crushed by the Bloodseeker in lane. If it's going to be off lane again, then it's going to be up with the Pudge, and that's a pretty scary duo to go up against. A lot of beef to get through.
Radiant team pick.
They're going to go with Lifestealer. It'll do a lot better against these two. No, I think it's going to be okay, but I think they might be making some assumptions that it's going to be offlane Bloodseeker again. It's definitely possible that this Bloodseeker would just go mid instead of the offlane if the matchup is looking bad. It's still not that favorable for the Lifestealer. He does okay against Bloodseeker, but Bloodseeker also doesn't really care. He can always just heal up. Lifestealer, he's strong against melee cores for sure, but that's because he can out-sustain them with the Feast, but Bloodseeker doesn't really care about that. He just turns on the Blood Rage, gets a few last hits, and he's back up to full HP. So this lane is going to be pretty 50-50, but you don't want 50-50 when you're up against Bloodseeker. You want to be, you want to crush him early on. But I do think this is not a bad adaptation for Team Dendiate. There's going to be a lot of pressure on this Bristleback to have a good game this time though, because last game he got completely crushed in the laning phase and basically was useless the entire game. Lifestealer, he's going to be useless for most of this game. He needs the Midas Radiance before he can start thinking about fighting. They also don't have a good vessel for him to hop in. Maybe he can hop into the Bristleback once he gets the Radiance, just be that annoying hero. You don't need to buy Radiance on Bristleback, just have a Lifestealer instead, which is not too bad, I suppose. Bloodseeker, also a pretty natural Silver Edge buyer, because you just pick up the Shadow Blade. Usually, going away with Troll Warlord, trying to outmatch the carry of Lifestealer, and I mean, it's not too bad. I feel like he's going to get pressured pretty hard by the Bristleback this lane. The Shadow Shaman is not going to be able to do too much to help the Troll, but again, it depends on how Bristleback manages to position himself. If he is able to get his back turned before the Shackles comes out from the Shadow Shaman, then he should do okay. But if not, then this Bristleback could take a lot of heat from the Troll and the Shadow Shaman together. OD banned out for Team Dendiate, interesting enough. They have the final pick, and it still could be a mid Bloodseeker. And they kind of think it's going to be offlane Bloodseeker again, based on their previous game.
10 seconds to pick. 5 seconds. Hurry, hurry!
Final ban coming up for Deepdivers. They got a ban a mid. This is a good opportunity to ban a mid that you don't want to go up against. Like Pugna could be really good this game. I think can always decrypt the Troll Warlord during his ulti. They're gonna ban Lina. Lina did okay in the last game, but then I feel like she made too many rotations. And then ended up being underleveled. She went for a double kill at top, but then stayed there. They picked the sniper. Oh boy, this is going to be really rough for Team Dendiate. They don't have much catch on their supports, and the Bristleback also not much catch. They already banned out the Storm Spirit, so their only choices left are really like Ember Spirit, Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is like straight up not that good against Sniper. So you can just turn around and kill her until she gets the Hex. Puck is on the table, but I think Puck is going to be a little bit rough. They're going to go with Zeus. I suppose it's not too bad. Some nice magic damage. He's got the Bristleback to tank for them, but it's going to be very difficult for them to take out this Sniper. I don't know how they're going to do it, because now they have 0 catch. Maybe the Bristleback needs to buy a Blink, because they don't really see how they're going to be able to get on top of the Sniper. Gotta favor Amazon Deepdivers again on this one. The Sniper was really a bit of a gotcha pick in terms of being able to just deal a ton of damage, and he's got these like tanky frontliners as well. He's got the Pudge, the Bloodseeker, and Troll, who all want to just run in and cause chaos, while the Sniper is pew-pewing away from the back lines. Shadow Shaman helping them hold people down. He can protect the Sniper as well by just hexing whoever jumps on him. So this is a pretty easy Sniper game for Anathorn. I don't think Zeus does that well against Sniper. He is this is not the 7.22 Zeus, so his attack animation isn't that good right now. It's got the Arcana, that's pretty sick. With the shield as well. Right, so gonna have to favor Deepdivers again on this one. I think they definitely had the better draft here. Like Dendiate, I don't want to flame too much. They picked the Bristleback and the Shadow Demon, which were like the 2 heroes that probably had the least impact last game, and they're deciding to stick with their guns on this one, which I don't think is the right choice at all. The GL's called out, and let's introduce the teams on the side of Amazon Deepdivers. We've got Bazinga on the Troll Warlord, Zillidan again on the Bloodseeker. He had an excellent performance last game, getting beyond godlike. We have Debug this on the Shadow Shaman. It's really hard to read this with the overlay. Anathon on the Sniper, and Kid Wonderful on the Pudge. Maybe we'll just wait till... Well, now we know how long this game is going to go for. Spoiler alert. I don't want to wait through this. Oh my god, how long is this pause? 8 times. Have fun.
Okay,
Oh,
we're
there we go.
unpaused.
Okay,
Go, go,
we're
kill,
back
kill,
in.
kill,
Alright,
kill, kill,
so,
kill, kill, kill.
introducing the side of Google Team Dendiate. We have Bristleback on Do Not Want, Puz5 on the Shadow Demon, Explo on the Lifestealer, Dendiate on the Jakiro, and YH Victor on the Zeus. So a couple of different change-ups. Explo, who was the mid last game, is playing the Lifestealer this time, whereas YH Victor, he was on the Sven last game. He's gonna go into the mid this time. I believe Do Not Want last time was the Sven, and YH Victor was the offlaner last time. So still lit on the Bloodseeker again. Anthorn was playing safe lane on the Dry Ranger last time, but he's gonna go mid instead. I do like this a lot. I think mid is a lot better of a lane for sniper than bot, because bot, there's all these trees and this area as well. It's super scary for the sniper, but mid is big and wide open, so it's very difficult to sneak up on him. Unfortunately, he put the ward down after the Zeus did, so Zeus can definitely just de-ward this. He's also got Lightning Bolt to do so. So 2 for 2 bounty is pretty normal stuff. Pudge went for level 1 hooks. It's going to be position 4, not the offlane Pudge where you get for flush heap level 1. But one of the problems, Pudge in position 4, and that's why we don't see this hero very much anymore. There was like a time where we used to see Pudge like every game for like 2 weeks, and then they nerfed meat hooks cooldown to 27 seconds. So it was 13 at all levels, and I was like, this is probably a little bit too strong. So Sniper actually gonna go straight for treads. I'm not sure if that's the right choice at all, because normally if you're the mid player, you want to just build these like early stat items to try and get an early advantage. Zeus has a way better last hit right click damage than the Sniper, but his attack animation kind of sucks, so it would be pretty favorable for the Zeus. He's gonna go 1-1-0, interestingly enough. Normally we see like 2-0-1 or 0-2-1, that early point in the static field, just to get that little bit of bonus damage per hit, but also because you don't really have the mana to cast both of your spells, to spam both of them. You have the mana to spam one of them, but not both. But this lane will get easier for the Sniper, but it's going to be a lot harder than it should be if he goes for the treads instead of multiple Wraith Bands first. I think this is a pretty big mistake for the Sniper. He's got a point in Take Aim as well to try and range the Zeus. This is a pretty low range hero, but he's just trying to get out of Arc Lightning range or stay back far enough that he's got time to react to the Arc Lightning so he doesn't get caught by it. So big wave coming into bot. This is pretty big for the Bristleback actually, because he's going to get all of these range creeps. The Jakiro should try and leave the lane so the Bristleback gets all the range creeps. That'll prop him up to like level 2.5, and that's when Bristleback gets pretty scary. This is a bit of a mistake from Amazon Deepdivers, not pulling the creep wave back so that to deny the Bristleback any experience. The Dual Breath will be able to clip both of them, so nice mana efficiency there. Actually, Hex and Shackles on debug this. This is also something that's not too common. The level 1 Hex, it straight up sucks. Like, you pick it up at level 4 because you want all of your spells at level 4, but the Ether Shock is the best spell on Shadow Shaman, like, in general. The 140 damage at level 1. So, like, probably one of the strongest nukes in the game. Maybe Disruptor is probably the only one who has a better nuke. It does 180 damage at level 1, but it's over 4 seconds. So Pudge getting the first blood on the Shadow Demon. Not really sure how Shadow Demon got caught out there. But now big issue with the Shadow Shamans. He doesn't really do that much damage. The right clicks hurt, but they're not as much as like a Dual Breath. And this Liquid Fire as well. Shadow Demon, not really sure where he's going. It's not TPing into the lane, wants to save it, I guess, but they don't have any vision here for Pudge, which is a big problem. Pudge being pretty patient here. Shadow Demon heading through the jungle. Maybe he wants to spot the Pudge to try and figure out where he is. Quite see the Pudge. He sees the Pudge now. Pudge also sees him. So the Shadow Demon, what's he gonna do? He can't fight the Pudge. The Pudge is almost level 3, and the Shadow Demon, he's gonna go down again. He doesn't have any points in disruption. He's 1 experience away. And Shadow Demon gonna get run down by the Pride. Another easy kill for Kid Wonderful. He's gonna pull the wave as a consolation prize. But not much happening down here. Hex onto the Bristleback. He again managed to get his back turn towards the Shadow Shaman. The Troll's not going on anyway. Now the Shadow Shaman's going to go down. This Bristleback doing a lot better than he did last game. The Troll in a lot of danger right now. He manages to use his stick to heal, but now he's going to go down to the Bristleback. A double kill for Dota Noob actually on the Jakiro. He'll get 2 kills with his last breath, but now the Bristleback, he got the full experience for the Troll kill by himself. He's level 4 now. This Bristleback's going to be very tough to take down. Also an early Bassi ring from Jakiro. I love this. We don't see this too often, but the extra mana regen for Bristleback goes a really long way here. Also the 2 extra armor as well. Bristleback's not a notoriously high armor hero, so any armor you get is pretty nice for him. So Zeus, on the other hand, he's not doing too bad actually. The Sniper with 12 denies and 17 last hits. The Zeus is not even level 5 yet, and the Sniper's almost level 6. So it's gonna get pretty scary for the Zeus soon. It's gonna be, maybe it's gonna be a bit tough to get close into the Zeus because you just eat a lightning bolt and it really hurts. So Battery Runes, it's gonna be 3 for 1 going the way of Amazon Deepdivers. This Pudge just zoning out the Shadow Demon completely. The Shadow Demon's having even less impact than it did last game, so a bit unfortunate for him. At least Bristleback is off to a good start. He can definitely pressure this Troll a bit more. He needs more mana though. One of the big problems with Bristleback is you run out of mana and then you just feel like not that useful. So nice 2-man dual breath again. They're gonna go for the Shadow Shaman again. You need to get his back turned towards the Troll if he's gonna get shackled there. But Shadow Shaman, he's in a lot of trouble. He gets dual breath again. He's gonna go down. One more Quill Spray will finish him off. But Bristleback not wanting to die at the tower, so Shadow Shaman, he'll be able to make it out. He's forced to TP home. He doesn't have a salve. But Bristleback having a pretty good time down here. We'll see what he wants to go for this game. It's a pretty good Crimson Guard game, because against the Troll, who has pretty fast attack speed, Sniper as well doesn't hit the hardest until much later into the game. I think Axe's spam coming out onto the Jakiro. He's getting pretty low himself. Turning on the Bassi ring to push the tower, but this Siege Creep is going to go down here. They do get a pretty decent chunk of damage onto the tower. Also a nice Liquid Fire to add some little bit more on. Pudge is level 4. We'll see what he decides to do.
How about I do this? Does it help?
He's gonna go for a Soul Ring, so he always has mana for a hook. It's not too bad. Alright, so Pudge, he's gonna head mid now. They don't have any vision of the Zeus. Zeus, he activates an Arcane Rune. He's gonna head down bot. Looks like he's gonna go for the Bristleback, but this is a pretty hard kill to get. 2 points in the Bristleback now, so 24% damage reduction when hit from the back. Actually, no, Zeus, sorry, is on the Dire side. So they're gonna go for the Troll now. Troll is level 6 though. He's got the Battle Trance. It's gonna be pretty hard to take down here. You can always just Battle Trance and stay alive. Pudge is down here now as well. Gets the hook onto the Bristleback. This is a pretty good start. Hex onto the Bristleback as well. He doesn't quite get shackled yet. The Zeus comes in, blows up the Shadow Shaman instantly. Bristleback isn't able to TP out. The ramp Battle Trance is activated now. Shadow Demon disrupting the Troll, and another Lightning Bolt will finish off the Troll. So they lose the Bristleback, but they get 2 out of it. It's a big rotation from the side of Google Team Dendiate though. The Sniper is just free farming in the meantime. So is the Bloodseeker. He's Bloodseeker's not doing too well. He's not as well as last game. The Lifestealer already level 6. He got left alone pretty early on in the lane because the Shadow Demon, there's nothing you can do here. So Lifestealer does have a level advantage, but the levels on Lifestealer don't matter as much as on the Bloodseeker. Also very strong right now. Maybe we can trade with the Lifestealer. People from the side of Dendiate pretty low. The Assassinate will finish off the Jakiro. Another Lightning Bolt comes out onto the Pudge, and Zeus not willing to chase here. It's pretty scary to go up that hill. And Anathon, he's just been chipping away at this mid tower. Oh, an interesting skill build coming out of the sniper. Max take aim, not something you see too often, because now he is literally going to do 0 damage for most of this game. It's going to be a long time before he's ready to come into team fights. Since all he is an assassinate bot. The headshot is where the majority of snipers damage comes from. Shrapnel does a lot of damage as well if you manage to position them right, but like in terms of right clicks, headshots where it's at, and then the area control is all about the shrapnel. Level 1 shrapnel just kind of sucks. You really do need the max level shrapnel. But the troll in a little bit of danger again. He's got the battle trance, so he should be okay. The battle trance activated. The Jakiro in a lot of trouble. Nice switching the range. We'll finish off the Jakiro, and the Shadow Demon. He's in a lot of danger as well. But the troll gonna get taken out by his Thunder God's Wrath. Nice kill steal for the Zeus. He's got money for Arcane Boots now. We will see him go for the Aether Lens into Ags. Seems like the normal build on Zeus these days. He might go for a Kaya as well, it's not too unreasonable. The Disruption on the Pudge comes out. Zilliton is here now. He hooks the Bloodseeker out of the TP. So Bloodseeker, the Bristleback. So the Bristleback will end up going down, also getting that bonus damage with the duration. So Pudge well players right here. Hex onto the Zeus. Doesn't have that much mana left though. Another Thunderbolt comes out, but the blood rate is down now. It manages to only clip the Jakiro. They managed to get out in time. Hook will completely whiff from the Pudge. Hex onto the Shadow Demon, but he's going to be okay. Zeus, he's running low on mana, so you can't really fight for much longer. And meanwhile, Anathon with the double damage room manages to take out the top, the mid tower. This is very important. Now this whole jungle area is opened up. It's pretty dangerous for the Lifestealer as a farm there now. And Lifestealer, he had a pretty good start, but he still doesn't have his Midas yet. He's top of the net worth chart. This is a pretty low farm game, it seems. Meanwhile, the Sniper, he's really far ahead. He has money for the Javelin now if he wants one. 4 Wraith Bands, so a little bit interesting that he picked up the Treads first, because the Wraith Bands are really a lot more value than the Treads. This isn't the double Treads of 7.20. So Anathon, he's just been completely left on. He's level 10 now against the level 8 Zeus. So big level difference coming out here. And the max level and take aim means he can be pretty safe. He's not looking to fight right now. He shouldn't be looking to fight because he didn't go for a build that helps him fight. But this Lifesteal taking a lot of heat. Also a bit of a color spike there. Troll, he's not doing too hot either. He's actually fairly high in the net worth chart with the Bloodseeker, but he has been pressured a little bit. Actually, somehow the Bristleback has fallen behind. It doesn't seem like the Bristleback's been going for last hits. He's mostly been focusing on getting kills, which is not ideal. He has an Arcane Boots, so maybe looking for Greaves. The Thunder God's Wrath comes out. They manage to finish off the Sniper there. The Pudge going for a hook to try and save his teammate, but not managing to get it in time. Midas is finally done to the Lifestealer. Getting sent out in the courier now as well. It's a bit of a late Midas, 12 minutes. This is a pretty low farm game. I think the Sniper is farmed this game. Invis on the Shadow Demon, but I don't really know what he's going to be able to achieve with this. He may be able to go for the Shadow Shaman, but they definitely can't kill this troll anymore. He's got Battle Trace, he's going for Battle Fury. Oh my god, I can't believe people still go Battle Fury on Troll Warlord. How embarrassing. It's just such a, not a good item on him. Troll, he's being scattered out. There's 3 heroes down here. Definitely a lot of burst potential, but they still have to deal with the battle trance. It looks like Troll, he smells something's up and he decides to run away. The Lifesteal, he's still in the trees. They spun him out with a scan, not the shrapnel, so they know he's still there. Oh, Blood Rage on Sniper. This guy's gonna do so much damage once he gets max headshot. It's pretty close, 1 level away. Rupture onto the Bristleback. He just TP'd in, so he definitely won't be able to TP out here. And the Sniper will finish him off. hook will completely whiff there. That was a bit of an odd hook, and the Pudge in a little bit of danger. Like, Thunderground's Wrath comes out, will spot him, infest open wounds onto the Pudge, but there's no damage follow-up. Macropie will come out from the Jakiro to help zone the fight. The Serpent Wards come down, and they're zoning out the Jakiro. They can get the tower as well. Lifestealer forced to rage. He gets hooked, and he has a Dismember now as well, so the Lifestealer will go down here. Eventually, he gets run down by the Bloodseeker. The Bloodseeker can go for more if he wants to. The Shadow Demon really low, so is the Jakiro. So, not sure why the Bloodseeker is chickening out here. It's very confusing. He definitely could go for more Shrapnel. Just barely missed the Jakiro, so a bit unfortunate there. And meanwhile, Troll just free farming. He bought a Yasha, so maybe he heard my complaints, even though this is a replay. He heard my complaints from the future, and it was like, don't go Battle Fury on Troll. It's a bad item.
Our choppers are faster than ever.
Haste on the Pudge. He's got a Dismember. He goes for a hook. Dismember onto the Zeus. Isn't able to get the Lightning Bolt to cancel it. And I mean, Pudge, he's gonna just run down this Zeus. He's still got the haste rune afterwards to get out of here safely. So excellent solo kill for Kid Wonderful. Mega kill streak on him already, and he's looking like he's on fire this game. But the T2 tower getting T1 tower getting pressured pretty hard. Bristleback will come in, and this Bristleback, he was having a great start, and then he's falling completely flat, back to pretty much where he was in the last game. The 15-minute boundary has come out. It's going to be 3 for 1, going the way of Amazon Deepdivers again. And I'm not really sure how Deepdivers are going to come back into this game. This is looking pretty rough. They don't have any way to get on top of the Sniper. The Axe is going to come out next on the Zeus, so should help with the team fight damage. But they have the damage. They just need to get on top of the enemy team. The Lifestealer, he's so far away from his Radiance. He's probably not going to get his Radiance for like 5 more minutes at least. And then probably needs another item before he's ready to fight, because his team is very far behind, 7k gold behind at 15 minutes of the game, 4k gold experience, and this Gaben thinks it's an 80% chance to win. Gotta say it's probably a little bit higher than that. Shadow Shaman, he's gonna go down to the Demonic Purge here, but now it's time to run if you're the side of Team Dendiate. The Rupture comes out onto the Bristleback, and he will eventually go down, gets hooked by Kid Wonderful, unstoppable on the Pudge, and this will be a pretty big kill if Zeus manages to get it. He's got another Lightning Bolt, he manages to finish off the Pudge, but he will go down in the meantime. 674 gold for the Zeus, which is pretty good for him, but he gives up his life for it. He also got the kill after the XP talent, so a little bit unfortunate there. Bloodseeker probably going to go for the same build again. He's got so much armor. The Blade Mail, +6 armor talent, phase boost. This man's going to be pretty difficult to kill. He's got a 63% physical resist at 16 minutes into the game. And I mean, a pretty big majority of the damage is physical. Bristleback is all physical. Lifestealer is mostly physical. Once he gets the Radiance, it'll be a little bit mixed. Zeus is all magical, I guess. We'll see just an early BKB come out of the Bloodseeker would be nice. Pudge working on his own ATOS so he can reliably get hooks by himself. That'll be pretty nice for him. And Sniper, he's done with his Maelstrom. He's going to go back for a Hurricane Pike now. I'm not really sure if he needs the Hurricane Pike. It'll be okay. It'd be nice to be able to force stuff out of the Nimbus. But I would have liked to see a Shadow Blade, a Silver Edge come out from the Sniper to just deal with this Bristleback. It's not like Bristleback is exactly a problem for them, but it's nice to not have that useless in the front line. Zeus gets hooked by the Pudge, and he's going to get taken down with a Dismember as well. And meanwhile, Bloodseeker, he's getting a little bit of trouble, but he's very fast and might be able to dive this. Another nice hook from Kid Wonderful onto the Jakiro, and the Jakiro will go down here. Bloodseeker gets healed up for that kill as well, so he's in a pretty healthy state now. They're going to get this tower at bot. Meanwhile, Lifestealer, he's going for the top tower, but he doesn't push very fast by himself right now. Still no damage items to speak of, except for the phase boost, which doesn't really give you that much. Bloodseeker gonna TP top now. He doesn't have any pointed Rupture, so he won't be able to get anything done up here. Just gonna focus on healing up. Using the Blood Rate to depush as well. And the Serpent Wards go down at the bot lane. So they're gonna get this tower pretty much for free. Doesn't seem like Dendiate want to contest this, although they're heading in this direction. It's gonna be a little bit too late by the time they get here, I think, because this tower's going down fast. The Serpent Wards and the Troll. It's gonna go down before they manage to get here. Shadow Demon, he's gonna TP to the Shrine now. Pudge, he might be in a bit of trouble though. Kid Wonderful, he gets Ice Path. Dual Breath will come out next. Open Wounds as well. So the Pudge will be the sacrificial lamb here. He actually uses this member onto the lifestealer to get some lifesteal, but he will eventually go down there. Meanwhile, the Shadow Shaman also goes down to the side, so I feel like he stayed a little bit too long. The Sniper, he's here now. He misses the Ice Path on the Jakiro. Assassinate will get cancelled by the Lightning Bolt, so won't be able to finish off the Jakiro. And Sniper, he's in a little bit of trouble now. He's going to get run down by the Bristleback. Another Nasal Goo comes out, and now he's in a lot of trouble. This Sniper, he's gonna go down here, but the Bloodseeker's here to fight, and Bristleback not turning around early enough. He will go down to the Bloodseeker, and now the Lifestealer also gonna go down. He has no Infest to get out of here. Slow and painful death. I think they got the Sniper kill, but they overextended a little bit too much. The Bloodseeker just coming there in to clean up. He's going for an S and Y like last game.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
So I think that was kind of a disaster for Team Dendiate. They got the Pudge and the Shadow Shaman kill pretty early on, and then it looked good going for the Sniper kill, but then the Bloodseeker turned it all around. Also the Troll on the other side just zoning out the other hero. So Bristleback and Lifesteal, they dive pretty aggressively, and then the Zeus, Jakiro, and Shadow Demon were left alone to try and fend off the Troll, but they couldn't really stop him by himself. Quite have the damage. So this mid tower gonna go down. The Blood Rage Sniper is gonna deal so much damage. It's only a level 2 Blood Rage as well. Ice Path comes out onto the Shadow Shaman, but it's not going to result in very much. He's got Serpent Wards up again. They can go for this top tower if they wanted. There's also these 2 runes that are still there. Hopefully one of them picks them up. They probably don't need the Serpent Wards for this tower, but they can drop them anyway if they want to. The alternative is they can save the wards for Roche when they go for Roche afterwards. It's definitely a pretty easy Roche game for them. Sniper picking up. Gonna go for a Mask of Madness. A bit odd.
Tower is under siege.
If you wanted to go for Mask of Madness, you should have gotten it earlier before the Dragon Dance.
Top tower is being attacked.
But it's fine. He's really far ahead this game. And Troll also going for his own SNY. He bought a Vlad's for his team, which is pretty nice. Good on him. It's very rare you see the carry build aura items, but they don't have a natural offlane in this game. Pudge would be the best thing, closest thing to an offlaner, but he's not the offlaner. He's not gonna get a reliable income stream. So Troll gonna buy out for his team, and Sniper is the real carry here. The Troll and the Bloodseeker are just there to create chaos for the Sniper to deal with the rest. So SOY done on the Bloodseeker now, and Troll is also done with the SOY, so a big item timing for them. It's like Sniper. Sniper's probably going for the Mask of Madness after he realized that he just I mean, if he had the Mask of Madness at this bot Shrine fight, he probably could have just turned around and killed all of them. Blood Rage as well make him super strong. This Sniper is going to be a lot stronger than you expect this early on. So Lifestealer, he switched it up his build. He went for an armlet. He's going for a Deso now. I think this makes a lot of sense. The Radiance would have been way too slow, and this game would be very much over by the time he gets the Radiance. But the armlet. The problem with the armlet is it doesn't help you farm that fast. He's already got the Midas, so I guess it's not too bad.
The silent killer.
It is on the Bloodseeker. And Troll, he can just sell in the Roche with the Vlads. Shadow Demon going for a Glimmer Cape. He just ruptured the Shadow Demon if he wants, but there's no way to cancel TPs right now. This is gonna be okay. The scan comes out onto the Troll Warlord, but the Roshan's already almost dead. It might be too late for them to spot this. They should have ultied a lot earlier. They don't even need to waste a scan if they can use the Zeus ulti. The Zeus, he's one component away from the from the Nimbus, which is gonna be a big power spike for them. A lot of damage is going to come up, but they need to be careful because the sniper with his Mask of Madness can just really quickly take out the Nimbus. And looks like the Mask of Madness is done. Sniper's going to do one courier trip once he gets the 4-staff as well. He's going to complete the Hurricane Pike. It's going to be huge for the sniper. Already level 15, almost level 16, one creep away. So the damage and attack speed talent's pretty nice. I actually kind of prefer the other talents, but it feels like that you can't really go wrong with either of them.
Dire's top tower is being attacked. Radiant's bottom tower is demolished.
Alright, Serpent Wards are dropped for the hook onto the Zeus, and he's gonna go down instantly. He has no buyback. He's been trying to use his gold to buy an Ags, and this tower's gonna go down here. It's not much the side of Dendiate can do. Rupture onto the Bloodseeker, and he just runs in with the Blade Meal, creating a lot of chaos. Meanwhile, the base is being taken. Crimson Guard onto the towers will slow down this push significantly. A hook onto the Jakiro, but he gets disrupted. He will eventually go down, and the Troll and Bloodseeker in. Sniper just doing so much damage from the backlines. Assassinate comes out onto the Lifestealer, but he armed the Tuggers to survive it. And meanwhile, the Rax will go down. Hook again onto the Jakiro. That was a die back for the Jakiro. And the Zeus is still dead. So, they still have the Aegis. They can stay here if they want, but maybe it's time to retreat a little bit, grab your items to Sniper. The rest of his items are on the way now. He needs to get in a position where the courier can deliver the items to him safely. Because if the creeps snipe the courier, that feels pretty bad. They can just back out and get the runes, but there's Aegis actually gets popped here, but Zeus gets hooked again, and he's down again with no buyback. The items are here for the sniper now. He's just gonna murder everyone. Lifestealer dies back, goes down as well with no buyback, and this game is looking over. 4 heroes dead with no buyback. Just the Shadow Demon alive. Sniper didn't even need his 3k worth of items. BKB as well done on the Troll. This game's looking very over. I'm gonna go for Mega Creeps just to end this. They don't even go back. Bristleback buys back with 13 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be the last stand from Team Dendiate. The Shadow Demon is going to disrupt himself to save himself with the Blood Right. Jakiro gets hooked again by the Atos. 5 hooks in a row for the Pudge. Pretty easy stuff for him. The Shadow Demon also buys back here, but the Sniper, he's chipping away at the Zeus. He's in a pretty precarious position, but he's got the 4-staff to get out of here, and he's just chipping away from the low ground. The Rupture onto the Bristleback will stop him from approaching. The open wounds onto the Sniper. He's getting really low. He's going to go down here to the Lifestealer, but a hook onto the Shadow Demon. Now Bloodseeker's in town, and he's doing a lot of damage. Dismember onto the Bristleback. Zeus manages to get enough money for a buyback, and the Lifestealer is in a little bit of danger here. The Bloodseeker getting really low. The Zeus, he should finish off the Bloodseeker. He gets the Arc Lightning to finish him off, but meanwhile the Lifestealer gonna go down to the punch, but barely doesn't go down, and the Kid Wonderful, he manages to deny himself. So actually a hold for the side of Team Dendiate, but sure how much longer they're going to be able to hold on. They committed all of their buybacks for that fight, for that defense, and they still lost 2 lanes of racks and and a range racks as well. So they're 5 racks down. Zeus finally has his Ags, and Deso finally on the Lifestealer, but no buybacks on their team. So they're going to have to make some very aggressive moves to try and get back into this game. Oh, Lifestealer does have buyback actually, but they need to try and get the runes, but no one is going for the runes at top, unfortunately. And then they also need to try and get some pickoffs on the Sniper with some smoke gangs. Probably the way to get back into this game. But Lifestealer, he's found the sniper by himself, and the sniper's going to take out the Lifestealer. The Lifestealer's going to take out the sniper solo. Wow, huge pickup for the Lifestealer there. Sniper dying 2 back-to-back deaths. He's going for his own Maelstrom next, so he can clear creep waves a little bit faster. It makes sense. And I mean, it's pretty hard for these heroes to deal with the creeps right now. The creeps are super tanky. Zeus is not going to be able to deal with the creeps very well until he gets the level 25 talent. But level 25 is probably not going to be in the realm of possibility in this game. They're very far behind right now. And problem with losing 2 lanes of Rax is they're always pushing in. You always need to send someone to defend these lanes because the creeps are going to get crushed by themselves. Disruption onto the Pudge, but he's just going to get the hook, and the Dismember on the Shadow Demon will finish him off. Demonic Purge onto the Pudge. It's getting pretty low. The Nimbus can come out to stop him. There's no Nimbus right now, but the Pudge will eventually go down. He denies himself again! Ah, kid, wonderful. What a player. This is when you tip the Lifestealer. But there's some space created because that's 60 seconds where they don't have the Pudge, so seems like the safe option would be wait for the Pudge to come back. But they might not even need it, to be honest. It's just 1 lane of Rax left. Once the Megas come out, this game is over. It's too early to deal with Mega Creeps in the game. 30 minutes. Shadow Shaman in a lot of danger. He's going to go down as well. And 3 swipes from the Lifestealer. This Lifestealer is pretty strong right now. He's going to infest one of the creeps. Manages to infest the one that's healthy, so you can't deny it. But he's got to get out now. This is pretty scary. He's just going to be able to pop out. Bounty runes are coming up for the 30-minute mark. And Amazon Deepdivers, they've got full map control. The Shadow Shaman went down by himself. He's got a Ghost Scepter now, so that won't happen again. Mjolnir finished up on the sniper. He's just gonna instantly kill people from the back lines. So much damage coming out of this guy. Blood Rage as well, increasing everything by 40%. It's not as high as it's 25%. It used to be like way higher. Like 25, 30, 35, 40. It's a little bit more balanced than it used to be. They don't have Aegis for this, but again, there's no buybacks on the side of Team Dendiate. So this is going to be pretty difficult for them. The Siege Creep's going for the Rax. But Lifestealer, he's definitely strong enough to start fighting now. Almost caught up to the Bloodseeker actually in net worth. But the rest of his team is pretty poor. The Crimson Guard is done on the Bristleback. He should go for the Greaves next. Be pretty useful for him, but I don't know if he's going to get the Greaves this game. It's game's probably going to end before then. The safe option for Deepdivers is to wait until the next Roche, but this Pudge, he's just going to hook this double damage all the way to the base, and Sniper's going to take the double damage. This is so scary for the side of Team Dendiate right now. This, Rax is going to go down so fast. Gonna get chunked away, and they aren't able to respond here. Also, the Sephiroth will come down, a hook onto the Bristleback, and that's a dieback on the Bristleback. Or maybe not, but he's down without buyback for 50 seconds. Hook will be disrupted by the disruption. That's what the name is called. And Mega Creeps are out, so this game slowly gonna end here. Lifestealer, he's in a lot of danger. He'll be okay. Hook misses just barely, so the Pudge's streak is over. Atos onto the Lifestealer. He gets shackled and taken out. He has buyback. He's going to be forced to buy back here. The Jakiro going to go down as well. So it's just the Lifestealer against the world right now because this Zeus isn't doing any more damage. Sniper, he runs in really aggressively. He's getting really low. He will end up going down to the Zeus here. And the Nimbus as well will take out the Troll eventually. He gets disrupted, so the ulti doesn't last as long. And the Lifestealer gets hooked. He's down for 110 seconds. The Sniper, he should buy back now. and Pudge will just TP out of there. No worries at all, and it's going to be really hard for them to start killing the Mega Creeps here. The first wave of Mega Creeps is arriving now, and Zeus, he doesn't do enough damage to take these out yet.
Regeneration.
Sniper getting a little bit aggressive there. They could have ended the game if they wanted to, but toying with their food a little bit. Probably want to rub in this victory, and it kind of seems like Team Dendiate, they're going to be eliminated from this competition. There's not a whole lot they can do this game. I mean, they had some opportunities. The Lifestealer got pretty buffed up, but they don't really have anything to deal with the Sniper. They've only been able to kill the Sniper because the Sniper has not been respecting them. And even when they do kill the Sniper, it's like all the other heroes are the ones who finish them off. Double damage again for the Sniper. Jeez. Zillidan wants to go for the Shrine, but his teammates are like, can we just end the game, please? And now the double damage is running out. Level 20 on the Sniper, he's got the Assassinate cast time talent. Oh, this Bristleback lost a quarter of his health in one shot from the Sniper. Troll's just soloing the Roche background. It's gonna take him a while, he's not as strong as the Sniper is. Ice Path comes out onto the Sniper, but he managed to force stuff out of there. The Nimbus, a bit wasted, gonna get taken down by the Sniper as well. So it's a long time without the Nimbus, 20 seconds. It's like long realistically. You can feel very long if he took the cooldown reduction talent, so it's a bit shorter than usual. Jakiro will get ATOS'd and hooked out of there. Lifestealer causing a lot of havoc. Shadow Shaman Ghost Scepters and then gets instantly obliterated by the Thunder God's Wrath. And Sniper goes down again! But I mean, the Bloodseeker, he's just diving the base. Zeus goes down inside the fountain. Bloodseeker will give up his life, but meanwhile the Troll, he's got the Aegis, he's finally joined his team. They're going to finish off the game, and Team Dendiate, they get eliminated from the competition. Amazon Deepdivers will move on to the next round. Let me check who they're going to be up against next. I think this is the right URL. So, let me show what happened there. So, Amazon Deepdivers, they'll move on to the round of 16 where they will play against Amazon Fishing Boat V2. So they did play themselves. They did play Fishing Boat V2 in a in one of the earlier rounds. Fishing Boat V2 is probably a much better team, to be honest. But it's a bit of a team kill. These two teams probably practice against each other a lot, so might see some interesting games come out of them. I do remember the last game was pretty sick, so I'm hoping to see more of that. Google Team Dendiate, they kind of got stumped pretty hard in both of the games. Bit of an outdraft coming out from Amazon Deepdivers. But I think Dendiate, they've definitely improved a lot over the season, and unfortunately weren't able to have the best showing in their final series of the tournament. But you can't win them all.